What causes brain freeze? Welcome back to the realm of curiosities. Today, we're going to talk about brain freeze, why eating something cold can suddenly make your forehead feel like it has been stabbed, and why some people seem almost immune to it. You take a large bite of ice cream or drink a frozen slush too quickly. A few seconds later, a sharp pain explodes across your forehead. Then, almost as quickly as it appeared, it disappears. The medical name for this is a cold stimulus headache, and it is a genuine type of headache recognized by the International Headache Society. It normally begins during or immediately after something very cold touches the roof of the mouth or back of the throat, and it usually disappears within minutes. But here is the strange part. The ice cream is in your mouth. So why does your forehead hurt? The answer appears to involve one of the largest nerves in your head, the trigeminal nerve. The trigeminal nerve carries sensation from much of your face, mouth, and forehead back to the brain. When something extremely cold suddenly hits the palate, temperature-sensitive nerves react almost immediately. Your brain receives this intense signal, but the location of the pain can become confused. Instead of feeling as though the roof of your mouth hurts, the sensation may be interpreted as coming from your forehead or temples. This is known as referred pain. The source of the signal and the place where you feel the pain are not necessarily the same. Blood vessels may also play a role. Some studies have observed changes in blood flow during experimentally induced brain freeze. One hypothesis is that sudden cooling causes rapid changes in blood vessels around the head, which may help activate pain-sensitive nerves. But despite how common brain freeze is, scientists still do not have one completely proven explanation for every part of the sensation. What we do know is that speed matters. The faster a large amount of something cold contacts the mouth, the more likely it is to trigger a headache. In one wonderfully simple experiment, Canadian school students were divided into two groups. One group had to eat about 100 milliliters of ice cream in less than 5 seconds. The other group was told to take more than 30 seconds. The fast-eating group developed significantly more brain freezes. So your parents were actually right about at least one thing. Eating ice cream too quickly can hurt. But why can one person drink an enormous frozen slush without any problem while somebody else gets brain freeze after one spoonful? Scientists do not yet have a complete answer. Studies report very different rates depending on the population and how researchers trigger the headache. One study found brain freeze in roughly a third of people, while other experiments have produced much lower or higher numbers. Sensitivity of the nerves, how much of the palate is exposed, the temperature of the food, and how quickly it is eaten can all influence whether the pain occurs. Migraine may matter as well. The International Headache Society notes that cold stimulus headaches are particularly common among people who experience migraines, although individual studies have produced conflicting results about exactly how strong that connection is. So someone who says they have never experienced brain freeze may genuinely be less susceptible. Their nervous system may simply react differently to the same cold stimulus. And if brain freeze does strike, there is a simple reason it disappears so quickly. Remove the cold stimulus, and the temperature inside the mouth rapidly returns toward normal. The abnormal sensory signal fades, and the headache usually disappears within minutes. Eating frozen food more slowly is therefore one of the easiest ways to avoid it. You may also have heard the advice to press your tongue against the roof of your mouth to warm it. The idea makes sense because warming the palate removes the cold stimulus, although this specific trick has not been studied nearly as well as the headache itself. Fortunately, ordinary brain freeze is harmless. It may feel surprisingly intense, but the pain is temporary and does not mean your brain is actually freezing. Your brain never even touches the ice. Instead, something cold hits your mouth, sensory nerves fire, your brain interprets the signal somewhere else, and suddenly your forehead hurts. So the next time somebody beside you casually finishes an entire frozen drink while you are holding your head in pain, remember, their brain is not necessarily tougher than yours. Their nervous system may simply be wired to react differently to the cold.